Good morning, children. Shanushnathi. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter 3, data handling. What do you mean by data? The information collected in the form of numbers is called data. The collection, recording and presentation of data help us in organizing our experiences and draw inferences from them. Arithmetic mean, the average or arithmetic mean or simply mean is defined as follows. Arithmetic mean is equal to sum of all observations divided by number of observations. Let me make you to understand with an example, children. Arithmetic mean means add all the numbers then divide by the amount of numbers. Observe the given data 9, 4, 1, 8, 9, 6, 5. These are the given values. If you are going to find arithmetic mean, average or mean, first you have to add all the given numbers and then divide with the total numbers, means how many total terms they had given. When you add all the given data, you will get 42 divided by 7. Totally 7 terms are there. You get 6. Therefore, mean is equal to 6. Now you are going to learn about range. It is the difference between the highest and the lowest observation of the data. For example, the difference between the highest and the lowest number. Some numbers we have taken, children. From that I am going to select the highest value and the lowest value. Because range is equal to highest observation minus lowest observation. Here 9 is the highest value and 1 is the lowest. Then 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. Therefore range is equal to 8. Now you are going to learn another word meaning, that is mode. The mode of a set of observations is the observation that occurs most often. Let us consider an example, children. The most common number from the given data 9418965. Here the mode is 9. Why do you know? Mode means which occurs most frequently or more number of times or most often. Next one, median. Median refers to the value which lies in the middle of the data when arranged in an increasing or decreasing order, with half of the observations above it and other half below it. For example, order the set of numbers. The median is the middle number. First we have to arrange the given data in ascending order or descending order. But every time we prefer ascending order. When we arranged small to big numbers, we will get middle term, children, means half of the terms above it and half of the terms below it. We have to divide it. Then the middle term will be the median. Next one, bar graph. Bar graph is an visual representation of data. It is formed by using bars of uniform widths. Here is an example for you, children. Observe it carefully. Horizontal axis is called x-axis and vertical axis is called y-axis. You already know all these basic concepts. Once again, remember, horizontal axis is called x-axis. On that we have taken months of a year. January, February, March, April, May, June, July and August. Okay. Vertical axis is called y-axis. On that we have considered 0, 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100 values. Okay. This is J&J Supermarket Mango Sales Bar Graph. Which is your favorite color, children? Now we are going to draw a bar graph based on your favorite colors. If a color is missing, don't bother about that. You take your own favorite colors and draw a bar graph. Now you studied two bar graphs, children. Both are vertical bar graphs. Okay. Now you are going to study about double bar graph. Double bar graphs help to compare two collections of data at a glance. Which is your favorite sport, children? You can collect the data from the whole class and you can draw double bar graph. Observe here, it will be like this. Not only on sports, children, you can draw double bar graph based on your favorite ice creams also. Observe here. We considered ice cream flavors on horizontal axis, that is x-axis, and number of students on y-axis, that is vertical axis. It is also an example for double bar graph. Now you are going to learn about probability. The probability of an event is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes in the experiment. Let us consider two dice here, children. Let us start to play. Two members can play at a time. Both at a time you throw the dice. You just guess which number may come. Already you have two dice. It may come definitely or it may not come. But the probability will be number of favorable chances divided by total number of chances. Now let us consider the spin wheel. Here totally 8 parts are there. 2 red colors, 1 green, 1 orange, 1 blue, 1 grey, 1 pink and 1 yellow color. If you started to play, children, without observing which color may come, you can guess. If you said red, it has 2 chances. Then probability will be 2 by 8. Remaining all the colors have only 1 chances. Their probability will be 1 by 8. Because probability is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Observe this probability scale, children. Heads on a coin, tails on a coin. Means in a coin there are exactly half chance for head and also for tail. The sun will rise in the morning. Certain to happen. We will consider it as 1. Rolling a 7 on a die is impossible because in a die only 6 faces will be there. There is no chance at all to get 7. Therefore, it is impossible, which is nothing but 0 chance. We measure probability on a scale from 0 to 1. If an event is impossible or has no probability of occurring, then it has a probability of 0. If an event is certain, it has a probability of 1. This can be shown on the probability scale as impossible, even chance, certain. Probabilities are written as fractions and decimals, less often as percentages between 0 and 1. Thank you.